Maria, thank you. Chasten is here, a former middle school teacher who's become quite the celebrity.
The husband of candidate Pete Buttigieg became famous on the campaign trail during an historic run for president. Many call Chasten Mayor Pete's secret weapon for the way he was able to connect with audiences, and now he has written a memoir. It is called I Have Something to Tell You, and it just hit number 12 on the New York Times bestseller list. So Chasten, first of all, welcome to Good Day LA, and congratulations on the book's very early success. There's a lot in this book. First of all, you were called Mayor Pete's secret weapon because of your extraordinary public relations skills, among other things. How did that whole experience change your life?
Yeah, so I write in the book, I was not political growing up. I grew up in a conservative place in northern Michigan, wasn't really interested in politics, and then, fell in love with the mayor and was quickly thrust onto the national stage. I was a theater teacher by trade, and so I would like to think, many of that training helped me in public speaking and seeing other people. But I realized out on the campaign trail, we had this opportunity to do some good, to make people feel like they belonged. I loved doing that in my classroom, and that's what I wrote about in the book. Going out there, participating in this, cutthroat political arena, running for president, but really just doing it my way, doing it in a way that I thought would draw people in and help people feel like they were a little less alone.
And on a personal note, it is very honest, very compelling. In fact, you say you wish you'd had this book to read when maybe you were 17, 18 growing up.
That's right. In a way, I wanted to share some of my deepest vulnerabilities in the book because as a young, closeted gay kid growing up in northern Michigan, I didn't really have a lot of role models. I didn't have people to look up to. And so I share a lot in the book. I go down some pretty dark paths in the book talking about mental health and my experience with coming out and falling in love because I never had that as a kid. And even out on the campaign trail, I felt like I had the opportunity to show up as a person I just wish I could have looked up to when I was younger. And so I dive into that a lot in the book, just talking about what that platform means, what the campaign meant, and then also hopefully helping younger queer people feel just a little less alone and more seen because I didn't have these books growing up.
Continuing on that theme, we actually have a quote from your book, and we want to share that with our viewers. It seems like people don't share their vulnerabilities because if you were ever vulnerable or something happened to you, then somehow it makes you weak. And I just don't understand that, and I don't prescribe to that sort of thinking. As you know, Chasten, suicide rates among LGBTQ youth are especially high, higher than a lot of other groups. And I would think that there's a lot in this book that could speak to them and help them through a time when they just don't seem to have any hope.
I hope so, and it's my hope that we help this book find its way into the hands of many young queer people around the country. I talk about it in the book, my struggle with mental health, the suicidal thoughts that, permeate when everything feels dark and hopeless, and it feels like, the community you're growing up in is telling you there's something about you that's twisted and broken and wrong. 40% of kids who are sleeping out on the street tonight identify as LGBTQ+, and that's mostly because we are still growing up and living in a system that tells them that something about them is wrong. And I hope that this book can not only help them understand that they are beautiful and that they belong, but it can also help their families and their communities understand what true allyship looks like and how we can show up for other people and make them aware of their dignity and their worth. And I just hope that, if people watching have the opportunity and the ability, I hope that they read it, but I also hope that they share it with someone that they think could benefit from it.
And before we let you go, real quick, let's talk about the two other family members of yours, Buddy and Truman, social media celebrities as well.
Oh, yes. I can't believe, actually, they've been very loud this morning, so I'm very glad that they are napping right now. But we love them both. They're both rescue dogs, so I hope if everyone out there is lonely in isolation that they consider adopting and not shopping. We rescued both of these dogs, and they've changed our life for the better. There's Buddy. He's on a little weight loss journey, but we love them.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Again, the book is called I Have Something to Tell You, and it's available everywhere books are sold. So do be sure to check it out. Have a good one. Thank you again.
Thanks so much, Chasten.
Take care.